Hola amigos, this is level 12 and today we are doing the Hetalia characters as the 7 Archangels. Now if you remember, back during spring break, I did a video called the Hetalia characters as the 7 Deadly Sins, and Crow04 suggested you should do the 7 Heavenly Provinces now. This is where the disclaimer part comes in. So I don't know much about angels or the heavenly provinces, and when I was looking it up, it pulled up Marvel stuff. So I know more about the Bible than I do Marvel, which isn't saying much. So I decided, so right below all the Marvel stuff was stuff about the 7 Archangels, and I'm not sure if that's what you meant, but it was just a lot easier to research stuff about the Archangels rather than Marvel lore. So that's what I did, because I didn't want to mix fandoms I knew nothing about. So again, I'm sorry if that's not what you meant. I did try as hard as I could. Also, to any Christians out there, I used 3 different websites for my research, and all 3 of them had slightly different things about certain angels and names and even genders. And one of them I was even questioning, like, are you sure that's a girl? And all the stories I heard, it was a boy. But whatever, that site was really weird. And different branches of Christianity will have different archangels, and some of these archangels are, in Catholicism, are considered saints rather than archangels. So if you disagree with me on this list, I do have other angels here that just did not correlate with the 3 websites that I use collectively. So I tried to be as accurate as possible. So what is an archangel? An archangel is a special angel created by God for a special purpose. Angels in general are just meant to watch over people and help protect them and lead them to the path of God. Archangels, however, serve special purposes, as Chamuel will help you find lost things in love, while Gabriel is more of a messenger and will deliver messages from God to humans on earth. My 2 best examples are Gabriel is the one who told the Virgin Mary, "You will give birth to the Lord's Son," and Gabriel in Islam told Muhammad the words of God, told the Prophet Muhammad the words of God, or Allah in Islam. So these technically are in no particular order, but the Archangel Michael is probably the most known and probably one of the most consistent, along with Gabriel and I think Raphael. So the Archangel Michael, he's for protection, power. He's the patron saint of righteousness, mercy, and justice. He's a warrior, and he will assist you when you're concerned, confused, or afraid. So I was torn between Knights Templar and Teutonic Knight Prussia, because Knights Templar was like a religious thing, and Teutonic Knight Prussia was also a religious thing, but Knights Templar was more of helping people make a pilgrimage from one place to the other, and Prussia was an actual knight fighting for the Holy Crusade. So and Michael is also a warrior, as you can see in this artist rendering. He's battling a demon, so that's why Teutonic Knight Prussia, not now Prussia, but old Teutonic Knight Prussia, matches the Archangel Michael. And I thought because they were both warriors, both fighting for God, that they matched pretty well. Archangel Gabriel in the Netherlands. As I said before, the Gabriel, messenger to God, he'll help writers, teachers, journalists, and artists convey messages and give them motivation and confidence. Someone said he was the patron saint of children, but that's Saint Bridget. And yeah, he's just a messenger. So, a little bit of more historical context with the Netherlands here. So, the Netherlands, when Japan was isolated from the rest of the world, they only kept in contact with the Netherlands, and the Netherlands would tell them what was going on in Europe. However, obviously there was some delay, because when America came with General Perry to open up the gates with his fleet of Navy ships, obviously that did not go well. So you're going to have to give me some leniency with some of these, because it's easier to match up people with traits other than other people, or in this case, angels. So give me some leniency. I thought the Netherlands was like a messenger to Japan about what was going on in Europe, and Gabriel was like a messenger to humans from God. So y'all can argue with me what you want about this, but how many of y'all could do this type of list? Because especially the next one, I struggled so hard with. This one is an exception to my usual rule of 1 person per thing, well, I mean, the dairy types list didn't exactly follow that rule either. But usually when I do lists like this, I like to leave it with one character's one thing. However, this one, I had to put two, like a mixture of two for one here. So, the Archangel Raphael, he's a healer, and he helps healers and reduce addiction and cravings, and someone said the patron saint of travelers, but that was on the weird hippie website, so I'm not really gonna go with it, even though Knights Templar would work with that. So I went with Romania and Switzerland. Now, just a little rant about Romania. He scared the crap out of me when I first saw him. He looked like that creepy doll from Black Butler, and he still scares me. His design still is very scary, and pretty sure Transylvania is in Romania, so there's reason he's very scary to me. But Romania, in his character profile, said he liked to mess around with good luck charms and magic and curses. And Switzerland, just in historical context, has had a really wonderful health system. Like, have you ever seen the Swiss Red Cross? It really helped in World War I and World War II. Like, really, the Swiss Red Cross, man, is really good. I really pumped up Canada in one video, so now I'm going to pump up Switzerland. If you're ever going to go anywhere, go to Switzerland, man. Switzerland's great, but again, so a mixture of Romania and Switzerland I feel like would make a really good healer. I know this is a little bit cheating, but I couldn't find anyone in Hetalia that's like a true healer, like character, like, gonna make a Naruto reference, but I don't know much about Naruto to do that. But you know, in like RPG games, you have that healer character that really isn't that strong, but is useful to your party. That's basically a mixture of what Romania and Switzerland is. The Archangel Jophiel and Kugelmugel. So, originally, I had Hetalia here also, but I was like, nah, we're just gonna go with one. So, Jophiel is the patron saint of artists and supports beauty and positivity and heals negativity and all this other stuff and information. And Kugelmugel is like this really artistic 11-year-old who's like, everything must be about art. I made this rant before about him being way too into art and way too into how things look. I was like, yeah, maybe Ladonia might also work, but it's mostly just Ladonia's ruler who is more about art more so than Ladonia. So Kugelmugel is the artist and needs lots of help. This kid's like, everything must be about art. Declaring independence is artistic. And I'm just like, dude, no one lives where you are anymore. You're a tourist attraction because your house is round and the government didn't want a round house. That's basically all Kugelmugel is, a round house. The Archangel Chamuel in France. So, this dude had a lot of things with him. So, I just wrote down every little thing I could. Bring peace to the world, protect the world, all-knowing vision, find things, love. And that describes France. And one thing when I was researching characters to put on this list was England is the king of losing things, and I thought that would be funny if France was the king of finding things, because they can argue about that also. But France is also the master of love and claims his language is the language of love and says, I'm perfect and I'm gonna get all the love. Like, literally half his character profile was just about his love and how he expresses it, which pretty sure half the ways were not very legal, but whatever. So, if Chamuel helps you find love, and France is all about love, because he's like, France is the Paris is the city of love, and in his character song, just France and this dude go together so well. Like, come on, man. This Chamuel helps you find love. France is the one he's going to lead you to. I may or may not have a crush on France. Next is the Archangel Uriel in Estonia. This is another one that I had to stretch, because I couldn't really find a lot of information on Uriel. I got a bunch of information on a bunch of other angels that are often confused with Uriel, but basically prophetic information, transmutation, and wisdom. So I was racking my brain, and who's the smartest character in Hetalia? Let's see. I know Estonia is pretty smart, so let's go with Estonia. And it literally, wisdom was in his character profile, and I'm like, he avoids conflict by using his wit and his wisdom. And I'm like, well, great, that works. So here we are. And again, I don't have a lot of information on Uriel, so I can't really make that good of a comparison. Like, I couldn't find any stories regarding him or anything like that, but I'm like, well, if this dude is as smart as the websites I use said he is, Estonia is pretty smart, so let's go with Estonia. This one is probably the worst one, but, again, try to make the list without having much in prior knowledge of before the research. Finally is the Archangels, Zadkiel, Zadkiel, and Ukraine. So this guy actually had a pretty good idea about after they gave a mention of his story. He's the Archangel of Benevolence, Mercy, and Memory, and he is claimed, though it's not canonically shown in the Bible, that he held Abraham's hand from killing his son. Now, if you don't know the story of Abraham, God told Abraham to test his faith. Hey, go kill your son. And Abraham was like, yes, Lord, I shall go kill my son. And before he could kill his son, an angel held his hand and told him, you have proven your faith to God. Please don't kill your son. Which, I disagree with that story a lot, but whatever. And I was like, well, who in Hetalia is benevolent and merciful? Not a lot of nations are. You can't be when you're a nation. But Ukraine was noted to be very motherly, even to her non-siblings, and especially to other Soviets in Poland and just the western part of the world in general. And I'm like, that's benevolent. That's merciful. I'll give it to her. And I really like to think that Ukraine is just this mother, and she will try to stop whatever she can, like, because she does try to, there's a word for it, I can't remember, but she does try to smooth things over between Belarus, Russia, and herself, and she has been noted to want to make things better with her sister Belarus, even at the cost of losing Russia, because, like, if Belarus marries Russia, I'm pretty sure Russia isn't gonna be leaving Belarus's sight, and I'm like, that's kind of benevolent, that's merciful, that's kind. Again, this was a really hard list to make, but I'm glad I did it, because it led me to do a lot of research on characters that I didn't know about. Like, I didn't know a lot about Romania, I didn't know a lot about India or Thailand. I did information on them to see if they fit any of these, because I knew, like, zilch about them. I also did some information on Portugal, which I'm still salty about Portugal not being a girl. Anyways, the rants are meant for this slide. So I'm sorry the video is a day late and way after the usual time I publish, but I had some stuff to do, and in the coming week you will find out what that stuff is if you subscribe to Hetafax. So that's what I did yesterday. Also, this list is way more appropriate for a Sunday, depending on where you are. If you're where I'm from, it's Sunday today. Anyways, I hope you like this list. If you have any more list suggestions or just suggestions in general, the other suggestions I were talking about was someone wanted me to do, can't remember your name, I'm sorry, even though I said I loved your picture because it was in Monaco and Liechtenstein. Someone wanted me to do more how to be like X character from Hetalia, and I do love doing those, and next Monday I will be doing one of those. It will be Italy, so be prepared for that. I'm also, if y'all haven't noticed, I haven't been updating like I did in prior months. That's because school has started back, so usually every Saturday I should have a video up by 12 p.m. Afternoon, whatever. So just wait. I'm trying again. But if any of y'all have suggestions or anything y'all want to see, please tell me. And it doesn't even have to be Hetalia related, because as much as I love Hetalia, I don't want to be another Hetalia YouTuber. There's enough people for that. So also, when October comes, I'm going to be happy. So gosh, this is a long rant, but anyways, like and subscribe for more anime and otaku related content. Ciao, chicos.